Oh no, man, what did they do to you? No. No. They can't keep getting away with it.
Minimalism is a plague on graphic design. But just what is minimalism? Well, minimalism isn't really one specific style, more so a way of doing art and design. I gotta clarify that no, of course I don't think that all minimalist art is bad. There are plenty of minimalist artists that have made some really clever pieces of art. Frank Stella and Tony Smith are some of the most common names in the field, and they both make incredible pieces of minimalist art. Now I hear some of you thinking, but Lucas, if good minimalism exists and isn't hard to find, then what is your deal, man? Well, let me give you a cool little example. Okay, so imagine you're going to the store to buy some Pringles, your favorite snack. You go to grab a can and what the fuck did I just touch? You exclaim as you touch a newly redesigned Pringles can. And no, this isn't some isolated or uncommon reaction. Just look at how Twitter reacted having Mr. Pringles completely fucking massacred. Oh yeah, don't mind me just hating on the new Pringles logo. This new Pringles logo is giving me physical pain. Who did this? I just want to talk. They changed the new Pringles logo. I will not stand for this. The new logo looks like a GTA character and I can't explain how or why. Yo Pringles, change your logo back. I thought I was buying off-brand with your new wired ass logo change. Needless to say, it was madly unpopular. So why is minimalism such a popular means of graphic design? Well, the answer isn't really set in stone at all, so let me propose a few ideas to you as to why it's so popular. In my opinion, this is the most possible reason. There is absolutely nothing that could ever be deemed offensive about the current Mr. Pringles logo, or really any other recent god-awful redesign like the Google icons or Firefox. In the eyes of these companies, literally anything they do that keeps them away from any bad PR is a good move regardless of if it's madly unpopular. It's much better for them to have people get mad over a redesign than it is for a similar sized group to get mad over something they deem as canceling. This is also why so many large corporations have such a similar take on minimalism. Just look at Facebook, Google, and YouTube's take on the style. And after that, look at pieces by Joe Bear. While they both fit under the minimalist umbrella, they're both largely different for many reasons. Yeah, one of these don't make me want to fucking scream. Minimalist art at its core isn't a hard style to create, as its main purpose is simplicity. It's much easier and cheaper for a company to hire a few dudes to slap together some rudimentary shapes in Photoshop than it is for them to hire a team of passionate graphic designers to create something iconic, appealing, and memorable. On surface level, there isn't really anything wrong with this. However, the main issue is passion, or rather, lack thereof. There's no life in modern day corporate minimalism. It's essentially designed to be as quickly digestible as possible. It's not thought-provoking or memorable in the slightest because it doesn't try to be, and that alone is enough reason for me to hate this style. So far all of my backing examples have been of common 2D minimalist styles that are currently fucking up the world of graphic design. But what if there was something far more evil, far more sinister, far more grubby?
Oh my god!
Alright, so I'm not going to bore you with the Grubhub ads or talking about why they're bad. We already know why they're bad. It essentially boils down to this style of CGI taking all of the same points of 2D corporate minimalism, specifically the bright color, simplicity, and smoothness, and making it 3D for whatever reason. It really does just convey the same miserable effect. Another example is the Kroger ad campaign they have going on right now. That is quite literally a 3D version of the common 2D minimalist models we so often see. However, I feel like there was more of a reason for these ads in particular to be 3D, as there's actual background set pieces in these ads. It's not noticeable at first, but a whole lot of minimalist art doesn't contain many, if any, background elements because it will almost always contrast poorly with the vibrant and distinct characters in the front. Making it 3D makes the contrast much easier to tone down, which is why I think more companies are opting for this 3D style as opposed to 2D. But don't get me twisted, these ads are still sharply displaying everything wrong with the direction corporations are taking minimalism in right now. I'd have to be insane to take these ads over Grubhub ads or vice versa. One funny thing I found in researching this was a YouTube playlist called Terrifying Kroger Ads, and it's literally just all of the current ads Kroger has airing from this current campaign. Maybe if you start pretending to be scared shitless of the style, corporations will finally fucking kill it. Not all minimalist art is the same at all. As I mentioned earlier, there are so many good minimalist artists out there. But you know what makes those guys' art different from the style big corporations are using? Well, the artists that pioneered the style, and even some minimalist art today, like the In a Nutshell channel, which the name I can't even begin to pronounce, they all do it for the art and not for the money like corporations do. There is so much more heart and soul in these artists' work than there is in those shitty YouTube newsletters you get emailed to you telling you how poorly your channel did this month. As a concept, there isn't really much that makes a piece like Piece of One by Hell different from the Grubhub ads? And oh fuck, I feel like I just pissed on his grave. Please let me elaborate. Let me take this iconic freeze frame from the Grubhub ad and compare it to Pizza 1. From a composition standpoint, they both follow really similar ideologies. Both are bright and vibrant, both use 3D assets, and both are very much simple. With no context, these are both nothing more than minimalist pieces of art. However, we do have context, and thank God for that. Hell had many different stylistic phases throughout his career, all of which contain bright, vibrant, and simple pieces of art. The guy was an artist at heart and did this for fun, and that is the biggest difference between the two. Art is an expression no matter how seemingly pointless it is, and it's not even like that corporate art is inherently soulless. Just look at logos from companies in the 90s and how different and more expressive they were. While corporations will always be soulless entities trying to take your money, you can't deny that there was at least a time when these corporations had soul, art, and effort put into their logos. The biggest takeaway that I want you to take from this video is that not all minimalist art is bad, and that the biggest issue people take with corporate minimalism is the lack of heart and effort and what they represent in today's society. Corporations would rather play it safe, even if it means destroying iconic logos and characters for no reason. Unlike when it was simply about making something cool, memorable, and iconic. Yo, so I know this video is kind of all over the place. This is my first time making literally anything like this structured and all that. And also, I know this video is a major far cry from what I usually make, but I wanted to try something new. I hope this video was good and not boring. I tried my best. Editing this literally took me weeks. Thanks for watching.